And today, I have to talk about something, and I'm gonna warn you now. This video may have cursing, so if you don't like that or you don't want to watch that, just don't watch, please. I, if you know, if you've been paying attention at all, I went to a Bible camp recently, and it was amazing, and it made me think. And I still have always hated fighting, and after going to that Bible camp, it made me think more and more. And I hate fighting even more, and it's just dumb. I don't think anyone should do it. I don't think it's useful. I mean, if the world lived in peace and no one wanted to fight as much as most people do, I bet you now the world would be a lot better of a place. I mean, still guns and stuff to hunt animals, but without all this violence and whatnot, the world would be a lot better place. And the reason this has been brought up once again is because I was going to Eastside with two of my friends. One of them I don't even want to call a friend anymore because of what happened. The other one at least had mercy. And those friends are Skylar and Christina. And if you know Christina, she's really not the merciful type. And yet she had more mercy than Skylar, and Skylar is pretty merciful. But Skylar, well, let's say this first. Me and Skylar have known each other for quite a while now, I guess you could say. We've dated a couple times. She should know enough about me to know I hate fighting. And that's that. And she should have accepted that, and, What ended up happening was they invited me to go to Eastside with them, and I decided, sure, why not? Nothing could go wrong. I guess I could go talk to my friends, tell them about the Bible camp and everything else that I had wanted to say to them in a long time because I haven't talked to either of them in forever. When I get there, I see two douchebags, little dickheads, and the names of those two would be Kotlter and his gay little friend. I don't even remember his name. I'm glad that I don't. It's Kotlter and Colton or something. And I hate them both dearly, and that may sound really bad, is that I do hate them. And I always will, thanks to this recent year. They've done nothing but try to harm me and try to do me wrong. Well, Kotlter was okay at the beginning, but now it's just Coulter's a bit of a douche. And he has been all year. And I've tried to avoid them as best possible. And the reason being is, every time I bump into them, I can already tell the first word's going to come out of their mouths is fight Coulter, fight me, fight me. And by now they should know my response. No, I don't want to fight. I don't like fighting. I still have the same thoughts about fighting as I have. And it's abrupt and rude and it's dumb. And I went there and I saw them and I knew instantly what was going to happen. I knew what to be ready for. And the adrenaline rush, my blood was rushing, I had adrenaline rush, I was shaken. And I tried to do whatever I could to stop him from saying that by trying to result in us being friends, trying to do anything. I said, how's your day been? How you been? Like, try to get along with him. And every time they'd ask me, fight Coulter, will you fight them? I'd say the same response, and they'd call me names, which is normal. They call me pussy, that kind of stuff. And that's fine. I'm fine with being called names. I'm fine with all that. I'm fine with that. But he started asking me to fight, and I said no. And he kept asking me, and I said no. And then he was like, alright, raise your hand if you want Jarrett to fight with Coulter. And everyone but Christina raised their hand. And I looked over, and Skylar was trying to get Christina to raise her hand, and Christina didn't want to. And I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna leave. You guys have a good day. Bye. And I was gonna come home, record a video, talking about it like I am now, and saying how much I hate fighting, and it wasn't gonna contain cursing, it wasn't gonna contain me being as shaken up as I am. And I was just gonna sit here, enjoy my time, watch a bit of YouTube, maybe play some games, like, calm myself down. But as I was walking away, he jumped on my back, and he's a really short, small, little, freaking dumb, retarded, little dickhead, and he jumped on my back. And it took me a minute, and I knocked him off. And, if you're wondering, those, like, cuts on my face from past videos was because in camp, I got hit in the face with a stick. The first night, we were playing tag, and one of my friends didn't want to get touched. I didn't hear her, and I tagged her, and she threw the stick at me, and it hit me. And it hit me here. And I'm pretty sure, well, it hit me in the face entirely, and I went lightheaded, my face went numb, it didn't hurt because of that. And since then, my balance has been just kind of, which is not normal. I have normally really good balance. And I knocked him off, and I fell over, and he walked off. And I hit him a couple times too, which I'm proud of. I hope it hurt, because better have. But I was shaken up, and I was like, wow, why would you do that? He knocked me down, he tried to choke me out, he tried to fight with me. Even after I told him no, no, no. Why do people do that? Why do we just want war? Why do we want to hurt each other? Why do we want to see someone in pain? We all laugh at pain. I'm guilty of it too. We all do. We see someone get hurt, we laugh. That's our first instinct. The second instinct is either see if they're okay or just brag and call them names and that kind of stuff. And I find it dumb. I mean, the laughing part, that's normal. That is normal. But wanting to fight with each other and wanting to hurt each other, that I don't like. That I don't get, and that I probably never will. I understand when, like, games and you're being violent, you just say, die, die, and that kind of stuff. And I understand, like, verbal fighting, which is something I do quite a bit, when someone yells at me and I yell back, and you're going back and forth, comebacks, this and that. That I get, and that I'm fine. Hurting someone out of just pure will, that I don't get. And I don't want to brag or sound really rude or dumb, but I want to get this out right now. Is if kotlter hadn't got me when I wasn't looking, he'd be on the ground crying with a black eye and a bloody lip. Because I don't mess around. When you attack me, I'm sure as heck gonna fight back. It's in my instinct. I don't hit until I get hit. And I've been such a peaceful, friendly person my whole life that I normally don't get into fistfights with people. There's times when I'll get mad because they harmed my brother or sister, and I'll get them, and they'll run off. They'll be scared of me, because when you see me mad, it's not a fun thing to watch. And my throat's all dry, like, all of that is going on right now. Because it just, when that happens, all the energy, everything is just sucked down out of me into this adrenaline, and I need to do something about it. And I hit him a couple times, and then I tried to leave. After I hit him a couple times, I'd fallen over, he left, and he was being dumb, braggy, retarded, like he is. And I left, and I'm here now, and I'm happy to be here. And these are the reasons that I'm very antisocial. These are the reasons I don't go outside. These are the reasons I stay in here, and I be creative, and I don't socialize. I, don't have any friends. Is because people, they don't take time to try and respect anyone other than themselves, unless they're like me. And most people here in Rock Springs are jerks, and they're full of themselves, and they're corrupt, and all they believe is money is good, and once I have money I can do anything, and that kind of stuff. And I'm not like that. And I take time to think about things. I really seriously will deeply consider thoughts before I go and spew them out. This video, before I'm even recording it, I was walking home and thinking about this. I was thinking about what I would say, how I would say it. Not my exact words now, but still, nonetheless, I was thinking about it. And I've always just, ever since I moved here, I knew that people were bad and people weren't gonna be good here. People weren't gonna treat you with respect. That was the first thing I saw when I was here. And there is some good in people. There is some people you can trust. There is that. But because of all the people that you can't trust and all the people full of hatred and all the people full of anger and gonna hurt you and that kind of stuff, it's because of that that I'm me. I'm the way I am. And it's because of that that I don't trust anyone anymore. I don't trust anyone. I swear. To be able to trust someone, I need to know that they got my back no matter what. And I was proven to me today. So far, no one is like that. There are a few people that don't live here that I met at Bible camp that would be like that. They have my back. But people here, there's no one here in Rock Springs. Well, there is, but most of the people in Rock Springs I can't trust, and I can't say that they got my back and they would do anything and they would help me fight and they would help me get through things and they would listen to what I have to say and think about it. And that was proven to me today because the only person I trusted here in Rock Springs wanted to see me get hurt and wanted to see me in pain. And I don't know. It's dumb, and it really hurts when you have to say that. And when you have to say that one of the friends that you've had and that you thought you could trust wanted to see you in pain and wanted to see you get hurt and wouldn't try and stop the bad from happening. And it really does hurt. And Skylar has really kind of always just stuck with the fact I don't like fighting, and she's understood. And that was that. Most of the time. And when we were dating and all that stuff, I don't know. And I'm just beginning to think I can't trust anyone anymore. And that's too bad. And I'm not going to kill myself. None of that is going to happen. I will stay strong, and I will fight back in my own ways, and I have to live, I have a purpose, and I need to fulfill that purpose. Even though I have no clue what the purpose is, I still have a purpose, and I need to complete my purpose. I need to do as God has planned for me to do. I need to fight the fight for God. I need to spread His word. I need to do what I was put on this world to do. And I will not stop fighting until I do that. And I don't mean fist fighting. I mean, I'm going to stay strong. And of course I've had thoughts of suicide. It's always running through my mind. No joke. Anytime anything goes wrong, one of the first thoughts is suicide. And I'm strong enough to hold myself back from that. And I wouldn't ever kill myself. Because I do know that there are people that would have a hard time, or if they found out I committed suicide, they'd, and I know that. And that's that. So I'm not going to kill myself. I wouldn't commit suicide. I wouldn't cut. I wouldn't hurt myself in any way. But I'm not going to put up with the way that people act. And I wish that I could just lock myself away and stay forever young until the world was changed. And until no one was like that anymore. Until people finally understood the way I thought. And finally took that into mind and said, oh, that makes sense. That's a good point. Instead of me just saying I hate fighting and then being called a pussy and being attacked. I find that dumb. And I find that very hurtful to know that I have to live in a world, and I have to deal with a world where people have no respect. And I hate it. I was always raised with respect, and I always will be. I always will have respect. So, thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below what your thoughts of this was. And I will see all you guys in the next video. Always keep fighting. Bye.